Hello everybody and welcome to Dad's Cooking. I'm Dad. So, when you think of cheesy and crispy, what do you think of? No, not cheese crisps. Grilled cheese, that's right. Probably one of the best sandwiches in the world. You can fight me if you disagree, okay? But let's calm it down for a minute. Before we get started, please keep in mind, if you're following along at home, cooking should be really fun. I'm gonna get some relaxation juice, okay? We're just gonna relax here, okay? So, all right. So, follow along at home. If you're under 21 in America, get some root relaxation juice, okay? So, we're gonna do some grilled cheese today. Everybody knows the basics of it. Butter on the bread, check. Cheese in the middle, check. Okay, but what people don't think of is what kind of cheese do you want, okay? I like cheddar and Colby Jack. These are my two favorite ones. All right. A good rule to go by is you want at least one cheese that's got good flavor. So a cheddar or a Gouda, nice strong flavor to it. And you want one that's got nice moisture, okay? So mozzarella, Colby Jack, Monterey Jack, those all have nice moisture. The reason you want the two of them together is the high moisture allows the cheese to melt properly. So you get that nice gooey bite when you bite into it, okay? And the reason you want the cheddar one is mozzarella by itself, it's a great cheese, but it doesn't have that much flavor to it, okay? So, let's get started, okay? I already have this sucker buttered up, and I already got cheese in the middle, okay? So, I've got this frying pan over here already heated up a little bit. And all we gotta do is drop her in there. Bing, just like that. And we're gonna let that sucker cook on like a medium-low heat. I'm gonna put this lid on top. Okay, that way it traps the moisture in and it melts the cheese through properly. Make sure that you do not do this on too high of a heat, because if you do that, then there's a good chance that your bread is gonna toast, but your cheese is not going to melt. And if you're doing a grilled cheese, you want melted cheese, okay? Listen to me, Steve. Yeah, you, Steve, you want melted cheese. Don't try to disagree with me, okay? Not right now. Now, we need a little bit more relaxation juice, just like that. Oh boy. Now let's check this sucker. All right, let's get our handy dandy spatula. Take a look. All righty, boom. All right, so it's not quite brown on that side, so that is okay. It's starting to heat up. You can see that already this cheese is starting to sweat. I'll lift this up so you can see. Cheese is starting to sweat a little tiny bit, and that means it's melting. That's what you want. All right. Now don't worry about flipping stuff over. I know Grandpa probably told you once you set it down, you gotta leave it until it's done. Don't flip it till it's done. I flip sandwiches all the time. It just happens, okay? So Grandpa, you can just calm down. Drink some more relaxation juice, all right? So this thing's actually looking pretty good, pretty melty. So we're gonna crank that heat up a little bit. And we're gonna wait. Let's check how our sandwich is doing. If you can come in here and take a look, cheese is melting, we're good. Let's check the other side. Golden brown, that's just how we want it, okay? Now we can leave this lid off because I'm not worried about the cheese melting anymore. It's already done melting. You can't melt cheese twice. That's just ridiculous, okay? So we're gonna let this thing toast all the way through, and then we'll have a perfectly good, serviceable grilled cheese that goes with any good soup, or you can just have it on its own if you're looking for a nice snack. Alrighty. So while that's cooking, at home can you think, when you're making a grilled cheese, is there anything we can improve? Like, let's say you're not a big fan of cheddar or you don't like the Colby Jack. What can we change? Of course, the first obvious answer is the cheese. Yes, good, Steve. You got it this time. I'm proud of you. But a lot of people sleep on the other stuff. What are the ingredients of a grilled cheese sandwich? We have cheese, bread, butter. Pretty much 3 options, okay? So we can change the cheese, we know that. But what happens if we change the butter? Let's say you don't have butter or you don't want to wait for it to melt. That is a perfectly done grilled cheese. Okay, let's work on sandwich number 2. Okay, so let's grab our handy dandy bread. I'm going to show you a trick you can use anytime, and you can blame me if it goes wrong, except for Steve. We've already been over that. So what we need, instead of butter, perfectly good choice, but if we don't have butter, set our thinking juice over there. Today, we're going to try to use mayonnaise.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
All right, no, we're going to use this instead of our butter. Grab our handy dandy butter knife. There we go. And now when it comes to the land of Mayo, mayonnaise, I prefer not to use American mayonnaise. I know, oh, he's a snob, he doesn't like American mayonnaise. What's wrong with American mayonnaise? It's too much oil, that's just the way it is. Instead, today we are using a Japanese mayonnaise, Cookin. It's a bit lighter, it's a bit sweeter. Mr. Cookin did a good job. Good job, Mr. Cookin. I approve. So, and instead of just leaving it as plain mayonnaise, which is fine if you just want to have plain mayonnaise, that's perfectly fine. I instead decided to add a little bit of kimchi. That's right. I wanted to add the extra umami.
Stop being so pretentious.
Yeah, let's put together the sandwich and stop my motor mouth. How about that? So let's try the same exact sandwich, cheddar, Colby Jack, but this time instead of butter, we have mayonnaise. Come on over here again. This thing is still really hot. It's been on medium this whole time we've been talking. So let's say this thing's on high, you don't want to wait for it to cool down. What do? Well, here's a simple thing. First, we're gonna plop that sucker down. Oh yeah. We're gonna aim, instead of what I said before, we're gonna aim for the toasted bread first. Okay, we want a nice, even golden brown color, and then we'll have a little trick to melt that cheese. If you have a griddle top, it's fine. Make sure you have a lid or a bowl that can go over top of the sandwich to trap the moisture. We'll show you here in a second. Let's see how our yucky mayonnaise is doing. It's been on there for about, 45 seconds. Boom, look at that. Perfectly golden brown. Just the way you like it. It got a little squished because of how Dad handled it. It just happens. All right. Let's leave that on there for just a couple more seconds. Take a little more of our relaxation juice. Ooh. So this mayonnaise option, totally doable, totally fine if you're looking to have your grilled cheese. You don't have butter, but you have mayonnaise, perfectly fine. Let's flip this sucker over. Hopefully this fat spatula won't get in my way. All right, so we're brown on both sides. But unfortunately, this thing isn't, it's still, oh my goodness, it's melting. But let's say that your cheese didn't melt magically. What would you do? Okay, here's what you do. You grab a little container, a little bowl, whatever. I'm using this little leaf thing, that's fine. Put a bit of water in there. We got a high heat, make sure your reflexes are quick. we're gonna pour in just a little bit of water. That's gonna create the steam inside of this frying pan, and that steam will melt your cheese for you. So if you're at a time crunch, or you just don't wanna wait that long, toast your bread, both sides, toss in some water. That's gonna melt the cheese in a jiffy. All right, so now when you take your lid off, be real careful because the steam will go towards the first open thing. So open your lid to the back of the pan, not to the front. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here is how you know, let's grab our knife, that'll work fine. Here's how you know if you've got a nice crisp. Grab a knife or fork. Can you hear that singing? Oh boy, that's how you know. All right. All right, so now we have 2 sandwiches. Regular butter, kimchi mayo. All right. Now, if you want to, you can totally add roast beef, ham, whatever inside of the sandwich, okay? Or, let's say you're having this for breakfast. You can't have a grilled cheese for breakfast. That's just crazy, Steve. Again, Steve, buddy, I'm rooting for you, but settle down. All right, we're gonna make an egg in the basket grilled cheese. This is how you knock it up to the absolute limit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab either your mayo or your butter. In this case, I'm gonna do, ooh, I have some nice soft butter back here. Oh, maybe I don't. We're gonna cut that out. We're not gonna cut it out. I'm just fumbling right now. We have some nice soft butter, bit of butter. Right there, spread it even. You get the next one, just like that, nice and evenly. And again, if you want to use a garlic on the outside, you totally can. If you want to use some black pepper, that's your option, that's up to you. All right, and I'm actually gonna do the other side as well. Right here in the middle specifically, that'll become important later. All right, this right there too. All right, so the reason we did the middle there is for the egg in the basket. So this bread is going to be our basket. You're gonna cut out a square or a rectangle, or if you're really special, you can cut out a circle. If you have it, you just cut out a circle, that's fine. Just like this. Come out, you dumb little piece of bread. There you go. So this is gonna go on top, so you can start toasting that right away. I already have the pan nice and hot, so that'll go as we're preparing everything else, okay? Let's see, and if you just have a spatula, you could also just use a spatula. Perfectly okay. Look at that. Just rock it back and forth. You're gonna end up with a bit larger of a square, but that's fine. There we go. All right, there we go. As long as you have a square, make sure you don't break the outside of this bread. All right, so we're gonna go on medium-low heat. First slice of bread. So, it's called an egg in the basket. So what do you suppose is gonna go inside that basket? If you didn't say egg, okay, good for you, but it's an egg. It's always gonna be an egg. I'll give it a click and skadoosh, just like that. And we're gonna let that sucker cook all the way through until it gets nice and golden brown on the bottom so we can flip it. Don't forget, I forget all the time, but do not forget to season your eggs, especially while they're cooking. This is the time to do it. This is when all your spices are gonna stick to your eggs best, and of course your toast because it's wet from the butter or the mayo. And we're gonna do a little tiny bit of salt. I don't want too much because the cheese that's gonna go on this is already plenty salty. All right. So let's check the bottoms of this sucker and see if that egg is nice and brown. All right, this sucker is a bit thick, so we're gonna go to our secret weapon, tiny spatula. There we go. I'm gonna use the big one as a backstop and the small one as a pusher. All right, and then be careful with the flip. Boom. Perfectly fine, that looks nice. Come on over, we're gonna take a look. This sucker's cooked all the way through. Now, if you want it, let's see, we're basically doing an over easy egg in the middle of a piece of toast. All right, if you want over hard or over medium, then you just change the times. You flip it, you wait a little bit longer. There we go. Depending on how hard you want your yolk. Alrighty. All right, and these little tiny pieces that we cut out earlier, we're just toasting those suckers up because they taste delicious on their own. Okay, and while those are toasting up, let's get our other piece, our other basket for our egg in a basket grilled cheese. There we go. There we are. Please don't break the yolk, dummy. There we are, and I broke the yolk. Look at me go. First try, I broke the yolk.
You stink, loser.
All right. And once again, we're letting it cook. Let's see, I like a little bit of black pepper. I like a nice peppery egg. Quite yummy. It looks great. If you have this with a cup of coffee, oh man. Matter of fact, that'll make you into a man. If you have this with a cup of black coffee, you will grow a beard. Man or woman, doesn't matter. You're getting one, okay? So ladies, I guess you've been warned. I mean, all right. So what do we want in the middle of this grilled cheese while I'm waiting for that to cook through? Maybe you want some ham. We got some ham. I got some deli ham right here. Got a slice of that sucker, and I'm gonna do ham and roast beef because I am a free American and that's something I can do.
I live the way I live. I eat the things I eat, and I'll die the way I'll die.
Gonna be super yummy. There we go. Come on back around. I'm sure this sucker's done. Now, it's not a huge deal if you broke the yolk there. Yeah, having that sunny side nice and put together as a cool thing to tell your buddies. There we go. But for an egg in the basket, it's not that huge a deal because when you flip it over, you're gonna break it anyway. There we go. There we go. And flip it. There we go. So this is gonna be an egg in the basket grilled cheese. So we're gonna put some cheese in the middle while this egg is cooking. There we go. Slice of cheddar, just like that. I'm gonna do a slice of roast beef as well because yummy. And we're gonna do some ham right on top of that. And then what's gonna join the party? That first egg in the basket. Just like that. Let's check the bottom of our second basket. See if that sucker's done. It looks like it is. We're gonna flip it. There we go. We wanna make sure, now, because we have ham and roast beef and egg in the middle of this sucker, there's plenty of moisture for this cheddar to start melting its way way down. So we don't have to worry about adding any moisture, but we do have to watch out for these little tiny squares we did. There you go. There you go. Just to let it get done a bit quicker. I'll keep that lid on just a minute. Okay, and I think we're done. Oh, this is our egg in the basket grilled cheese sandwich. So if I've done it right, there should be some runny yolk in there. It's not gonna kill it if it's not runny. I just really want it to be runny because that is great. So anyway, let's take a look at this sucker. Bread knife, that sounds like the appropriate knife. Let's see if we can get a nice runny yolk here. Oh, there we go. Let's take a look. Okay, that's a little runny. That's pretty darn runny. Okay. This is the first grilled cheese. Let's see if we can get a nice cross section. Maybe, maybe not. It has been sitting there for a little while. Grilled cheese has to be corner to corner. Otherwise, you're a caveman. And like, you just don't belong in civilized company. That's it. There we got nice melty cheese. It could have been on there just a little bit longer. That's fine, but that'll be perfectly serviceable. Any tomato soup, any vegetable soup. And let's try our mayo. Let's see, corner to corner. You don't do it, you're a communist. That's right. There we go. Ooh, that's got the best one, yeah. Now, it doesn't have a stretch factor because I didn't use mozzarella. If you wanted it, put mozzarella in there. Or you could use cheddar. You could use Colby Jack. Could you use Monterey? Yes. Could you use Swiss cheese? Yes. Could you use blue cheese? Yeah, kinda. I wouldn't, but you could. Like, could you use cottage cheese? No, because that would make the bread nice and soggy. Like, you don't want the soggy sandwich unless you really toast the heck out of it. The point is, it's your sandwich. You can do it your way. Choose the way you want to. As long as you're having fun and it tastes good, you did it right. It's perfectly fine. All of these sandwiches are just options. Choose your own adventure, okay? I choose grilled cheese. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you guys next time when we eat this grilled cheese. There's good grilled cheese. Are you still filming? Make sure you have nice clean hands when you cook, otherwise your wife's gonna get after you.